Now let's work on this problem. This problem, I would introduce to you a new command called an infinite construction line. I will practice on the mirror, where we mirror this line, probably this line, and then we'll use tangent radius again for this feature and this radius over here. Okay, the infinite construction line will be done for this unique feature over here. It looks simple, but it can be quite tricky to complete. Okay. First things first, we draw the center lines. And the offset distance is, let me check that out. Sorry for the delay. The offset distance for this is 65. Offset 65, enter. And I'm going on this side. Okay, so press escape, and I'm going into the outline. I'm going to draw the first one, that is, sorry, outline, and the first circle is radius 8. So let me change this to radius 8, enter. And the other radius on the other side is radius 14. Okay, radius 14. Now there's a larger radius of R29, so let's draw that out, R29. And this R29 will come down, goes across here, and have a curve. Okay. This portion here, we'll deal with that later. What we can do, we can draw a line right now. And we know that this angle from here to this side is 60 degrees. So it is 150 degrees. So I'll write here 150. Sorry. The distance, let's specify a distance of, let's say, 100. And it's 150 degrees. Okay. Why is it 150? Because it's 90 degrees plus 60. So that's 150 degrees. Okay. Now at this point of time, it intersects this, and there is a straight line segment that goes further out. Okay. So how do we go about drawing this straight line segment? Because we do know that there is that it goes into a distance of 18 millimeters. So what we do is I go to construction line, and instead of the line icon that we commonly use, you click on the draw down arrow and you choose this that says construction line. Okay, now in this construction line, I'm going to use a feature where I press Ctrl on my keyboard and I right click, and a menu pops up, and this allows me to snap to any features. And for this case, I want to snap it perpendicular to this line here. So I want this perpendicular to here. And so what happens is that this blue line is 90 degrees to the yellow line, right? Now with this, I can click an offset of 18 millimeters, enter. And then I offset the construction line. Okay. Now because I've offset this construction line, I can then draw my outline. Or if you don't wish to draw the outline, you could well convert this into an outline, and then you just trim it away. So you trim it. Oops. Control Z. Escape for everything. Then I trim it away. And I don't need this. I don't need this. Don't need this. It's gone. Need to zoom in. You need to zoom out because what happens is that the yellow line, the outline was previously a construction line, so it goes infinitely. So the construction line goes infinite. It's an infinite construction line, and there we have the feature. Right, so what I do is I do some trimming as well. Now when this is done, I no longer need the construction line. I can select it and delete it away. Okay, this portion is not necessary at the moment. I can trim it away. I can trim this away. Okay, yes, okay, this is not necessary. Okay, now that this is done, we are going to draw the 8-degree angle, and what we can do is we can what I can do is I can use the outline. Okay, and you're wondering how do we go about drawing a line that is tangent to the circle, because this is a tangent line and it is 8 degrees from the horizontal. So one of the ways to go about doing it is I draw a very large, draw a very long line, say 50, right, in its length, and I determine the angle. So what would this angle be if the 8 degrees was from the center of the circle? Right, so it's actually 180 degrees minus 8, so it will be 172. Okay, then you're asking me, hey, Mr. Roy, this line is supposed to be tangent to the circle, but you're drawing it from the center. So what I'm going to do right now is, because I know that the line is going to be tangent to the circle, so what I do is I offset 8 millimeters, and I do this. Okay, right? So that's how I go about doing it, and I can delete this line away. I don't need it anymore. Next, I could mirror this feature. Okay, and I can mirror it about this plane, and I click enter to accept it. So what happens is that I can have a radius over here, so I can trim this away. Okay, and I can click a fillet command. I type R for radius, and the radius is 12. Enter, and I select this object followed by this object, so I get a radius 12 over here. Okay, now for this particular case, you can't do a radius, so what we do is we do a tangent radius command, and we draw a circle that is tangent to the R14 and tangent to this line over here, and the radius for this is 16. Enter, and we can start trimming it away. So as your drawing gets more complex, you want to exercise trimming it every now and then after you've finished drawing a feature, so that your drawings are cleaner. Okay, if you leave everything to the last to trim, you may end up leaving out small little tails and bits, and that's where marks will be minus. Okay, so now we have the whole entire outline drawn out. The next thing that we have to tidy up, of course, is our center lines, and we need to draw the center lines for the radius of R12 and the center lines for the radius R60. One way to do it is, of course, switch the layer to the center line, then click on the line icon, move your mouse to the curved radius here, and you will see a white cross appearing, and that is the center for R12. Okay, press spacebar to repeat that command for the line. I see that white cross, and I drag it across. So you need to put a green little cross there to mark out the center, and likewise for this as well, you need to put a green little cross here to mark out the center, and another green little cross line. Okay, when this is done, we need to trim our center lines to make sure that they are neat. Okay, So you select them. Move your mouse over to the blue dot. Don't click on it, right? And just select lengthen. And what it does is it controls and ensure that you do not move off the vertical line. Okay. If you right click it, the option may not appear. So you need to move your mouse without clicking, and then move your mouse to the option called lengthen. Then you zoom in and you click it here. Okay, this is important. If you don't do this, yes, some marks will be lost. Okay, so you will want to make sure that you get all your marks. And lengthen. Okay, now with this, you do a quick check again with your drawing. Make sure you've got all your outlines. Make sure you tidy everything up. You've got your center. Oops, this center doesn't look like the one in the drawing, so I need to amend it. Lengthen over here. Okay. Then you have your center for your R12, the center for the R16. This is 18, right? If you are feeling insecure and you want to make sure that your dimension is there, you can always check it using the dimension icon. And when you move your mouse over, you need not click anything. You can see that it is 18 millimeters, right? Okay, with that ends the demonstration for this particular question, figure 2, question 3b.